There's a place nestled deep in the mountains called Ebon Creek. By day, it's a postcard-perfect town. Sunlight glints off the steeple of the old white church. Kids chase each other through fields of wildflowers, and the smell of fresh bread drifts from the corner bakery. It's idyllic, peaceful, a place you'd think only exists in paintings. But as dusk settles, a strange quiet falls over the valley. The laughter fades, the lights in the houses dim, and an unnatural fog rolls in from the pines, thick and suffocating. This isn't just nighttime fog, it's a shroud, because when the sun rises the next morning, Ebon Creek is gone. The entire town, the church, the bakery, the houses, the fields vanishes without a trace. All that remains is an empty, silent clearing in the woods. You might think it was never there at all, just a trick of the light. But the real mystery isn't where the town goes. The real mystery is what happens to the people. Every evening, as the fog begins its slow, creeping advance, the residents of Ebon Creek don't run. They don't panic. They simply go inside, lock their doors, and wait. They know what's coming. They treat the disappearance as a routine, a predictable cycle like the changing of the seasons. Outsiders who've stumbled upon the town and stayed past sunset have never been seen again. We have managed to retrieve scattered journal entries from some of these missing visitors. One wrote, "They say we don't disappear with the town. They say we go somewhere else." This brings us to the most chilling part of the Ebon Creek phenomenon. Every morning, when the fog recedes and the town reappears, everything is exactly as it was. The bread is still warm on the bakery counter. Half-finished cups of coffee sit on the kitchen tables, and the children's toys are scattered on the living room floors. The people are back too, smiling and going about their day as if nothing happened. They have no memory of the night, no awareness that their entire world ceased to exist for 12 hours. They just wake up, a little more tired than the day before, with a faint, unshakable feeling of dread they can't quite place. But something is changing. The disappearances are getting longer. What used to be a precise sundown to sunrise event now stretches by a few minutes each week. The fog lingers and the town's return is delayed. The residents have started noticing. They whisper about it in hushed tones, glancing nervously at the sky. They talk of a shared dream, a dream of a dark, silent forest where twisted, shadowy figures watch them from between the trees. They describe a gnawing hunger that isn't for food, and a cold that seeps into their bones. One old man, the town librarian, who keeps forbidden records hidden beneath the floorboards, believes he knows the truth. He speaks of a pact, an ancient agreement made by the town's founders with something that lives in the dark heart of the mountain. A bargain for prosperity and peace, paid for with a nightly tithe. Not of gold or crops, but of something far more precious. Their time, their memories, their very essence. The entity, he claims, is growing stronger, and its appetite is becoming insatiable. Now, the nightly disappearances are no longer just a temporary erasure, they are a feeding. The children are the first to show the true effects. They draw pictures of a shadow man who visits them in the quiet place. They hum tunes they couldn't possibly know. Ancient melodies that make the adults shiver. Their eyes sometimes hold a vacant, ancient look, as if they've seen 1,000 years pass in a single night. What happens to a soul that is borrowed and returned every single day? Does it come back whole? Or do little pieces get left behind in the darkness, replaced by something else? The question that haunts me, the one that keeps me returning to the edge of that empty clearing day after day, is this. What will happen when, one morning, the fog lifts and Ebon Creek doesn't come back? What happens when the entity's hunger is finally great enough to consume the town for good? And more importantly, what will emerge from that empty clearing in its place? The people of Ebon Creek are living on borrowed time, in a borrowed reality, and I fear their lease is about to expire. The disappearances aren't the mystery. They're a symptom. The real horror is what happens when they stop. The story of Ebon Creek isn't just a local legend. It's a warning. We've uncovered similar accounts from isolated communities around the world, towns that flicker, villages that fade, places that seem to exist on the very edge of our reality. They all share common threads: an unnatural fog, a collective amnesia, and a quiet, resigned acceptance from the inhabitants. Is this a localized phenomenon, or is our world thinner than we think? Are there other places like Ebon Creek, teetering on the brink, about to be erased from the map forever? We are trying to find out. But the deeper we dig, the more we feel like we're being watched. It feels like we've pulled a thread, and something ancient and vast is beginning to stir on the other end. The story of Ebon Creek might not be about a town that disappears. It might be about a world that is slowly being eaten one piece at a time. We're standing right in the middle of the next bite. Thank you for watching. If you find stories like this as fascinating and terrifying as we do, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we are just getting started. Stay safe, and whatever you do, don't stay in one place for too long.